Sufi people are people who are not in the level of religion, but they are able to go higher than religion. And when you go higher than religion, you will go somewhere that religion disappears, but spirituality starts. So in that level, always there is peace, and people do not talk about others people's faith, religion, or belief system. There was a guy, a man, a Sufi. His name was Abul Hasan Kharakani. He said, like Plato in Greece, who said anybody who doesn't know geometry doesn't come inside. But now here, in Iranian version, Abul Hasan Kharakani said anybody who comes here, just let him to come inside. Do not ask what is your religion. Because God gave him soul, so let him comes and get the meal, the food, the bread of Abul Hasan Kharakani. It's nothing for him. And this is, in today's world, you know that this is very important for the world peace. And there is, so why Sufis are important in Iran, and why we are always talking about spirituality. We had Avicenna, Ibn Sina. He was a very famous philosopher, and another Sufi, Abu Sa'id Abul Khair. These two, they have two different approaches to our religion, to our universe, and to our human. And there is a story I told before also. One time they met each other in Nishabur. Nishabur is the city which Omar Khayyam comes, and Abu Sa'id also is from Nishabur. They met and they talked for several hours. After that, when they departed, people who were with philosophers, they said, "How was the Sufi?" And he said, "Strange man, strange. What we know, he sees." And after that, disciples of the Sufi asked the Sufi, "Who was the philosopher? How you found him?" He said, "A very strange man. Anything we see, he knows." This is two different approaches to human and to religion. گوشم شنید قصه ایمان و مست شد کو قسم چشم صورت زیبایم آرزوست. This is a verse by Rumi. He said, "I heard the story of love and I became drunk. Where is the face of my beloved? I want to see the beautiful face." Means only not knowing, but I want to see. And sometimes you hear about the candle. Butterflies hear about the candle. But when the butterflies go to the candle, what will happen? It will never come back to tell us what was the candle, because butterfly, fire, and the candle become one. And this one is three. Three is one. Lover, beloved, and love. And you Christians, you know this better. Okay, so we will continue with the Cyrus the Great, and we told about his story that he allowed Jews to build their temple in Jerusalem. This is the fire temple of Persia. If you go, you see this fire, that it's the last 1,500 years, it's not off. And the Mo'bat, the priest, is there always to keep this alive. And but why this fire is holy for them? They don't pray for the fire. They pray for the God. They call him Ahura Mazda. But fire is holy because it has light, and in the winter it gives us warmness, and it has movement. Movement means life again. And the fire never goes down, always goes up. So there are lots of things, and the fire also is light. Light means guidance. In Zoroastrian faith, you should never kill the fire. And may the fire of love be in your heart. That is better one. And this is the temple for Jewish people in Tehran, and they have their own place. And, this is Armenian Orthodox cathedral in Isfahan, and that is the prayer time. You see Armenian people there. We have a strong and well-respected Armenian community in Iran. This is a Russian church in Pazvin, and that area, Kilisa means church, is in the Azerbaijan Gharbi, means West Azerbaijan of Iran, and they believe that Saint Yud and Simon are buried there. It's very actually a very famous place in Iran for Armenians. And this is another Armenian church, and you see the painting inside. This is a Sunni mosque. Iranians are Shiite, and these people in the south, in Baluchistan or in the north part of Persian Gulf, they are Sunni, so they have their own mosque and prayer time. And this is Imam Reza's shrine. If you go inside this one, if you go to Iran, you will see the art of Persians. It's beautiful indeed, and I have never seen this much beauty in one place in my life. And this is the Iranian art. If you go, you'll see this is the mosque, and so they made it in a manner beautiful that it becomes very artistic. It's another one, Masjid al-Shah, the king masjid. After that, after revolution, it became Imam Masjid. This is in Yazd, another mosque. And this is the pink mosque. The pink mosque is because of the glasses. This one is this is Amir Chahmah complex. Is the highest actually with this kind of design. This is the highest architecture in Iran. It's beautiful and very grand place. The Christians are very well respected in Iran, and they have their own churches, and that park also is Park Hazrat Maryam, Saint Maryam Park. And Maryam is Virgin Mary, and one of the most famous names for girls in Iran. And if we continue about the society of Iran, the education is going well, and we have lots of good engineers, doctors, and Iranians, which you might know outside of the country. They are always well educated, and universities are also quite good. This is a kind of colorful life of Iran. You see, the girls are in politics or they're doing something, but by law they should nowadays they put something in their hair, and they manage it to be more beautiful. You know, these Iranian girls want to always be beautiful, so they make this scarf also artistic. Yeah, in Islam they call it hijab. And you see, this is the daily life. If you go to Iran, you will see it. And again, another one, so colorful, and also the guy is working, and the other people also, youngsters of Persian. And this is our food, type of food. It comes simple food, meat and rice, and Iranians also sit on the ground, on the carpets, and this is the family gathering. So we don't count how many chairs we have. Anybody comes, we have a place for them. And this is the carpet. When you come at our home, you will sit on this carpet. And it's a kind of Persian art. It's beautiful. We don't have heaven of nature, but we will make it in our home. Okay, this is the Iranian way of painting. This is a miniature of Persia. And this is stories about Imam Reza, that is the Abraham, when they throw him in the fire, and the fire became garden and flowers, and the other one is the man in love, But you see, this is very strange way of and beautiful way of painting. That it comes mostly by Mr. Farshtian. He is also very famous in Iran. And these are the stories of Shahnameh. Again, Mr. Farshtian illustrated it. It's Tahmina, very brave lady, and Sobra. They fight with each other, and after that, when Tahmina got defeated, he also, you know, she tricks him and tell him, okay, let me go back to the castle, and after that I will open the door for you because I'm in love with you. And poor Sohrab, after that, he believes her and let her go, and when she goes, she will never come back. So this is the way that girls also do things in Iran. And this is the Lovers in the Garden of Love by Mr. Farshtian. That's why Iranians are poets, and they have lots of good poetries for girls. Okay, this is Souvenirs of Iran. I want to know who knows what is the color of love? This is the blue cotton. Why Iranians say the color of love is blue? Anybody knows? Anybody?
The sky is there.
In English, blue
Yes.
means sad. Blue love is sad love.
Yeah, here you know you call the rose color the color of love. It's passionate and beautiful, fresh and hot. But why Iranians say this one is the color of love? If you say in Western land, I feel blue, I'm not feeling okay. But there is a poem in Persia said, oh, love, where is that beautiful blue face of yours? Where is your beautiful blue face? Because somebody said it's the sky. Who said? Yes, you are right. And because the sky is high and the ocean is deep. So love in Persia means wisdom. It is the same love that starts from here. Rumi says, عاشقی گر زین سر و گرزان سر است عاقبت ما را بدان شهر رهبر است. The love is for this lady or that lady. Finally will take you to the king. It's like this. So the love goes there, and because it's high. So people of Iran, they call this the color of love. And Iranians also are poets, and mostly, you know, they love to write their own poetry in this way of calligraphy. چه خوش صید دلم کردی بنازم چشم مستت را که کس آهوی وحشی را بدین خوشتر نمیگیرد. Means how nicely you captured my heart. Oh, wow for these eyes of yours. Because nobody could kill a deer like you killed me. And that is نفس باد صبا مشک فشان خواهد شد. The breeze of morning will bring the aroma of the beloved's hair. So they make it in this manner beautiful, and this is the way that Persians celebrate art. And poetry, pottery, like in Trojan. We have a guest also from Trojan who is making this and painting them. But before we go through the pottery, we will ask Rozalina to play for us again. pots are made of clay. And what is the speciality of the pot that reminds of us Omar Khayyam? Who knows? What is very special about pot? It is like ours. It's made of clay. Okay, Omar Khayyam said, I saw a person, the master, and was making this soil ready and was beating on the soil like the master in Troy. And I heard the soil said, oh brother, slow, slow, you are breaking my bones. Because that was the soil of a person. رفتم عمر خیام says رفتم به در کارگه کوزه فروش دیدم 2000 کوزه گویا و خموش. I went in the place of potter man and I saw 2000 pots. They were silent and they were also talking. ناگاه یکی کوزه برآورد خروش کو کوزه گر و کوزه خر و کوزه فروش. And suddenly one of them cried out and said, who made us? Who will buy us? For what? They made us. And this is ours. Who made us? That's why always Omar Khayyam is talking like this and says, look at this beautiful woman, beautiful, and you cannot talk about it. But tomorrow she will die. And how God creates this beautiful pot and break it. Because it is Omar Khayyam, he was a philosopher. So he talks in this manner. But we have Sufis that they have answer for this. And when we go to talk about Persian poets, we have Ferdowsi. And he talks about kings of Persia. He is very, very important figure in Persian poetry, 1000 years ago. And he contributed to our language, to our identity. Bulgarian nation is Bulgarians. Why? Because you speak Bulgarian language. You have been under government of Turks, but you saved your language. We have been for many years under Arabs, but we saved our language. And this man, Ferdowsi, he was a very rich guy, but he put all his money and wrote a book. And the book became the source for the words, and these words are the Persian poems that we are proud of, Persian language. So he was the one that, and he is the one that he's loved the most. He's not a philosopher, he's not Sufi, and he only talks about wisdom and intellect. But he's not a philosopher too. He just talks about the forgotten history of Persia. So he gave pride to our nation. May he rest in peace. And because now we are going toward Christmas time, and I want to talk about poetry a little bit, because we have thousands of poets. Let me make our talk more specific, and we talk about Jesus Christ. It's a talk that I hope you enjoy, and you will see how Persian poets are talking about Jesus. And this is the photos that, you know, people, because we have many churches, 600 churches are in Iran, so people also like you, they celebrate Christmas. And Shiite faith and Christianity are so similar, because there is a figure in Shiite faith, the daughter of Prophet Muhammad, Fatima. Another name of Fatima is Batul. Batul means virgin. So the same attributes that you believe for Virgin Mary, it's again for Fatima also. And there are lots of things that we can talk, and it will be a topic for another time. So this is from Persepolis, and you see the tree that now we use it for Christmas tree. It is in Persepolis. This tree was from in Kashmir, and was planted by Zarathustra himself. And Zarathustra said, anybody who cut this tree will die. And after Islam, the Caliph in Baghdad, he ordered this tree to be cut. And the tree, before reaches to Baghdad, the Caliph was murdered. In that time, the tree was 1,400 years old. Something like this. This is the story, and actually it's true story, this one. And you see the tree is also in Persepolis. Okay, and so Hafiz Shirazi, Hafiz is very important man in Persian poetry. I'll tell you, one person asked the other one, who are these three prophets in Persian poetry? He said, Sa'di, Sana'i, and Rudaki. He said, what about Hafiz? He said, hey man, Hafiz is God. Hafiz is the God of Persian poetry. And there are ghazal of Hafiz in beauty is in the peak. Nobody can compete with him. And this ghazal that I will read it first, little of it in Persian, it's about Jesus Christ. زانیار دلنوازم شکریست با شکایت گر مجتدان عشقی خوش بشنوین حکایت بیمزد بود و منت هر خدمتی که کردم یارب مباد کس را مخدوم بی عنایت رندان تشنه لب را آبی نمیدهد کس گویی ولی شناسان رفتند از این ولایت. You see, this is rhythmic. That's why this is beautiful. در این شب سیاهم گم گشت راه مقصود از گوشی برون آی ای کوکب هدایت ای آفتاب